Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today, I am finally doing a build with terrain tools, and it's in the new world from Get Famous. So that's pretty cool. Thoughts on the world. I'm going to talk about the expansion pack first, and then I'll talk about the build a little bit. I kind of hate the world. It's sort of awful, isn't it? There's like 2 lots that you can build on, and I think 1 more lot that you can move into, and that's it. And then as far as lots you play in, I think there are 4 total lots in the whole town that you can actually go to, and they are the same. There's like a karaoke bar, and I don't know what the other one was, a lounge or something. I'm really disappointed in the world, honestly. It's an expansion pack world and it needs to be bigger. This feels like it has less things to do than the jungle world, for example. Like, that was just a game pack, wasn't it? And that added way more stuff, and the world was way more involved. And I'm just so disappointed in this Get Together or Get Famous world, because it's just not what I was expecting from, I don't know. I mean, I did watch some videos on it before I actually played in it, but when I really played in it, I was like, wow, this world kind of blows. So yeah, that's my thoughts so far on the world. This lot, though, I do kind of like this one, but not really. And I had to delete the house that was here. So yeah, actually I think there's only 1 lot that you can build in, and it's in the crappy neighborhood. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right, actually. Anyways, well, about the entire expansion, I'll be honest, I haven't played that much of it yet because I haven't really been playing much Sims. I've mostly been building because, you know, I like terrain tools. That part is good. That part was from a free update though, so it's not like, anyway. I think the expansion is okay. It's not my favorite, that's for sure. And I don't know I don't really know how much I'm going to be using the fame stuff after I really play through the expansion pack stuff that's available. I even might turn off fame in some of my games. It really just depends on how I feel about it. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I haven't decided my final thoughts on good or bad of this expansion total. The world is bad. That is definitely for sure. But I don't know how well the expansion playable experience is going to make up for it, frankly, because I haven't gotten through, and so I don't want to make any judgments yet. So quickly though, about the builds, you might see what I'm doing here. I'm making a waterfall. I have done this once before in the spa build. I thought it looked pretty cool in game. I didn't do it exactly the way I wished I could have, but I did my best, and I kind of learned what I was doing at that time. So now I went through and made a waterfall here, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool. I am actually planning to do a live video footage of this build, like when you can go into the Sims game and use the capture mode, you can record little tidbits of video, and I'm gonna be doing that to show off this build specifically. I usually just do screenshots, but the thing is with this build, there's so many moving things. I did a lot of weird things in this build that I've never done before, like that huge waterfall on the side. It's all like a giant cliff in the back. I did the cliff because it looks weird without it. You can't change the rock face color, I realized. I thought you could when I was doing the terrain tool video that I released, I think last week. But no, you cannot change the color of the rock face, which is kind of a bummer. So, I don't know, I just didn't like the brown. I didn't like the way it looks in the map, like in the world map view. Looked horrible there. So I just put all these rocks to make it like a cliffside. And besides that, lower of this level on this lot, like part of the world, there is another cliffside that they did basically the same thing here as I did. So I thought it would kind of match and go together a little bit and not look totally out of place. I don't know, I'm having trouble blending the terrain tools into the flat world. I was really hoping that since they were introducing terrain tools with this expansion pack in a way, like it was right before, like they worked on it for this expansion pack. They just released it in a free update, you know? But I was hoping that they were going to use terrain tools in this world. And I don't understand why they didn't. That makes me so... It frustrates me a little bit. Like, why do you keep making flat worlds when you've now added terrain tools in? Because our terrain looks kind of dumb sometimes when it doesn't have terrain next to it in the world. Like, they need to make some kind of mountain town now, or an island. Like, make some kind of Greek island town. That would be so, so cool. I would love that so much. And I think you could do so many unique things with it, and it wouldn't be totally out of place in Sims. I could see how they could make it fairly easily. It's not like they have to drive cars to get in between lots. So you can make all of the neighborhoods on a different level and have it work just exactly the same as a flat world would, because they just teleport to the other level when they go to the new lot. So yeah, this is a pretty big mansion. Oh, forewarning, I didn't record me building the bedrooms. I actually can't remember if I even finished building the bedrooms. I know I built an upstairs room, but I don't think I ever put anything in the rooms. I don't really remember, to be honest. So I'm not going to include those in this video, but know that if you download the house, it will have bedrooms in it. I won't just leave them off, but I'm just saying it for right now, and while I'm narrating, I cannot remember if I actually built the bedrooms yet. I did this weird thing with these wallflowers because there was such a big gap between the flower, like the actual bush flowers, and the foundation, and it looked really bad to me. Like I could see the grass almost through the back of the flowers because I couldn't get it close enough to the foundation. That part is really annoying, and I wish they would work on it now that we have terrain tools, especially because things need to be able to be like flushed together, and it's okay if they clip a little bit into the foundation. But anyway, I'm just going off track here by talking about that. But I use these wallflowers. I think you normally put them on the side of the rooms, but they didn't snap to the foundation, so I just put them free. It's just like a straight line of flower, but it looks better from the front, and it'll look better in the screenshots and videos later. So that's what I did. I'm not really sure how the landscaping turned out in this house. It's kind of tricky. I didn't want to overdo it because it's got all this cliffs and stuff. And I also struggled a little bit with this. For some reason, it wouldn't let me connect the walls to make a room. unless it was all the way back, to be like the same evenness with one of the rooms. I don't know, it was very weird. I couldn't have the bottom floor just be a little bit further out. Well, yeah, I didn't really do this upstairs either. So there's nothing on this porch. I probably will make something on the porch. I haven't decided yet. All in all though, I think this house turned out pretty cool. I tried to make it like a celebrity house. So let me think. I believe this is the house that has a sort of like a dressing room in the downstairs bathroom, and it has a really big kitchen, and I don't really remember what else. Oh, I do remember something. I put I don't know what object it's called. It's some kind of bubbling wall mounted thing, and I ended up putting it in between two windows on the outside here, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool. I don't know, I haven't seen it in live mode yet. If it's awful, I'm gonna take it out, but I thought it would look cool and add a little something to this celebrity house to make it really interesting. By the way, I really like the wallpaper and the floors that came with Get Famous though. That is something that I really liked. I'm mad that they didn't have a counter in Get Famous. That's infuriating. I don't know why The Sims is so against putting new counters in the game for their expansion packs. But they hardly ever do, and it's really annoying. I want more counters. It's something that's like, the counter is so important to the whole house's style, and we need more choices. Otherwise, all of our houses just kind of look the same with all of their kitchens, and because only a few of the colors are actually like good as neutral kitchen colors, and so you just end up using those same ones over and over again, and it, yeah, just gets kind of annoying. This light though, man, I am so glad that we got the downsizing option for objects, because this chandelier that I have over the kitchen counters is so cool. I love it so much, but I can never use it because it almost goes to the floor in just a regular sized, like wall size, just the normal height. And so I never use that chandelier, and it's such a bummer because it's such a cool chandelier, and it works so well in some of these modern like mansion houses that I build once in a while. But I don't want a chandelier that people have to walk around. That seems kind of pointless, doesn't it? Like, and you can't put it over the table because it's too long. But now, with the downsizing, you can just make it smaller and stick it over the kitchen counter. I'm not actually sure if you can use those counters that it's hovering over, but it shouldn't matter because there's plenty of other counters, and there's nothing actually there that you need to use. Like the sink is not there or anything, so you're good with that part. I built this little bar and dining room area on the side. I'm trying something different with these builds. I'm taking just a very small cue from the EA lots that they have in the game already by making my builds not so cluttered with little objects. I'm making the builds to be more open and just not have as many things in the house. So it's okay if there's some space. is what I'm saying to myself all the time. Because it's like, I don't know, in a real house it would look really odd, I think, to have so much open space as a lot of the EA lots do. But that doesn't mean there shouldn't be any open space. So I've been trying to cut back on my clutter when the builds. By the way, I just built the dressing room which I mentioned earlier. It's for the pool and stuff. I figured this is a house that would probably host a lot of pool parties or something like that, so that would kind of be a room that you can go in and change in, and specifically for that. It's just a convenience thing. You could even put a sauna in there. I think it would fit, but I didn't. I might have put one upstairs. I definitely put a sauna in one of my mansions that I built recently, because I built, I think, 3 houses on this lot so far, because it's a pretty nice lot. Like I said, it's the only good one in Get Famous, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, I did build a few, and I think this is the one that I put a sauna in. Upstairs? I'm not sure. It could have been a different one. There's 2 that have pools, like a pool house kind of thing going on, and only this one has the waterfall, so that's cool. And that took me, I think, almost an hour in real time to make all those rocks, and then put that stupid fish fountain in every single one of the areas that it needed to be, so that the water would be consistent, because if it wasn't consistent, that would look bad. It would not look like a real waterfall. Man, this build is so long. Now I remember why I didn't film building the upstairs, because that would have been way too long of a build, and I would have had to speed it up too much, and it wouldn't have been as cool to watch like the waterfall and all this other building. So yeah, overall, oh, this painting is really good too. I like the artwork, and I like the floors and walls from Get Famous. The furniture is okay. I'm not going to use it that much, to be honest. Like, I've been using it a little bit recently because I'm building Get Famous builds, but in my regular builds, I'm not going to be using this weird furniture most of the time. It's odd. And I don't know, it just doesn't fit that well. I mean, it fits with the Get Famous, so they got that part right, I guess. But overall, I'm just not too impressed with what I've seen so far. And like I said, I haven't played through much of the gameplay of Get Famous yet, so maybe it's better. I haven't tried the acting career. I think I'm gonna have one of my legacy sims do that. Probably, I only have one girl in my 3rd generation, or would it be the 2nd generation? I'm always confused if the sim you make is considered part of the 1st generation or not. I honestly don't know. And so, but she's the grandchild of my original legacy sim, and I think I'm gonna have her be an actor, because I'm not gonna have any like children or get her into a couple for a while. I'm gonna take a break from the huge family sim and just kind of play a single sim, or focus on a single sim, I should say, because I'll probably still have her parents around, and maybe the sister. I'm not sure. I might move the sister out. But Elsa Bjergesen is her mother, and my sim Sterling, who is the legacy sim of this generation, will obviously still be there because I can't move him out. And I think she'll make a cute little actor. She's an adorable little blonde. She looks a lot like Elsa, but just a little bit nicer because she has some of my Sim genetics in her. So she doesn't have like the weird nose or anything like that, but she's really cute and I think she'll make a cool actor. I realized just now, actually, I just thought of this, that technically I am allowed to move my Sim family to this new lot if I wanted to build a house there. I don't. I'm not. They're in Windenburg right now in the 64 by 64 lot there, and yeah, I'm not moving them from that lot because I like Windenburg and I just built them a new house with throwing tools, which, sorry, I didn't actually record that one because I did a lot of the same things I did here with like the rock wall and pool and whatnot, but it's a little more of a normal looking house. It's not so pricey and like famous looking. I don't know what else the word to use, but yeah. Well, I think that's about the end of the builds here. Like I said, I'm gonna have a little clips of this house so you'll be able to see all this waterfall stuff, and it's gonna be much cooler than my normal screenshots. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post Sims videos weekly. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!